Hello, welcome. I'm just going to talk about, if you're new to my channel has been around for a bit, but I haven't put any videos on it lately. I just wanted to talk about the AI tool Fabric. And you can see it on the screen here. This is done by a man named Daniel Missler. He started the project. And the idea is human augmentation with AI. So, I mean, since ChatGPT came out, it's been like a learning process for most people if they've used it. And for a lot of people, the novelty's worn off. They're like, not using it anymore. But there's a lot deeper tools that you can use. Like for this tool, an open source tool, it takes care of the prompts because they decided to call the prompts patterns. So you got agility story. There's a whole bunch here. The one that I like to use is extract wisdom. And I've actually created some. You can also create your own custom prompts that you can just store on your own computer, or you can submit them to the project. And if the moderators here like it, they can add it to the bulk of them here. But extract wisdom is really good. I use this a lot. Extract wisdom agents, which does a deeper dive into what you're doing. And I'll give you some examples. You can take a YouTube video and I got a couple here. Like a YouTube video. I'll switch over to my other screen here. And so I got the command here already. Once you get used to using it, it's pretty easy. So basically the use YT, it's a tool within Fabric. And that basically uses the transcript that's available on almost every video on YouTube. It has a transcript. I think some people, I'm not quite sure, but some people disable the feature to have a transcript made, but most videos do have it. And then you put your URL here of the video, and then you pipe it in. You ask Fabric to extract the wisdom. Now this basically uses this prompt here. Let me switch back over here. This prompt here, extract wisdom. And it's interesting. You'd have to really dig into it here a bit. I'm just going to go over it briefly. So the description is to extract wisdom from any content that can be translated into text. For example, podcast transcripts, academic papers, essays, blog posts, really anything you can get into text. Now, what's cool about this is, I'm just going to hit enter on there, and I'll show you what the output when it's ready. But the cool thing about it is it'll give you these categories. So it'll give you ideas, quotes, references, habits, recommendations. Let's say, for instance, you did want to watch an hour-long podcast on something, but you're really interested in the subject, and you thought, well, I'm going to see what it's all about, maybe get some notes. The notes will come out of this output. It'll be quite interesting once I show you what it's going to do. I've been using this for a while now, and it just keeps improving. They originally had it working in Python, but now it's working with Go. So you have to have a Go installed on your computer to make it work. And there's some good instructions on how to install it. And there's, like, for this particular pattern, extract wisdom, it looks like it's well used by a lot of other people because it has a lot of really good description in it. So here I'm going to switch back to my other screen. And this is the output here. So it gives you a summary. The speaker discusses the profound changes in the job market by 2025 due to AI, advocating the rise of the AI generalist role. And I think this is what I've been experiencing for the last 2 years is the rise of AI, the tools we can use to make our jobs easier, like for coding. And it doesn't do everything for you yet, but it does help. Like I used it to write a batch, Windows batch code, batch file to do a backup on a server. Now these kind of files you have to, these kind of scripts, I mean, you have to, it has to be customized to the server. It's usually customized to what you're doing, where it's being backed up. So you usually have to, like, even if you had a template, you still have to like rewrite everything. But it took me about 8 drafts using ChatGPT to get it just right, and also testing in between to make sure it was working. And it did speed up the process because it came up with ideas in the code that I wouldn't have thought of. I would have done it a different way, but it did make it quite efficient. Now I found by experimenting on these things that you get different results. No, that's what's cool about Fabric though, is that it takes the prompting to a new level. Now all I did here was and also to use this you need an OpenAI API key. So you have to set that up too, and you also have to put you need credits to use it too, but it's relatively cheap to use it. It costs a few pennies for each thing you do. So I just did this one, probably cost me a penny or two. And I extracted the transcript from this YouTube URL. Fabric then used the prompt that's built in to the that's built in to the pattern, right? So I'll give you that. Okay, so this is the system prompt. And you can see this by the size of it. This is not what a person would typically put into ChatGPT. I mean, I've seen, like, most people are using ChatGPT like Google. They're like, what's the recipe for chicken soup? You know, that kind of thing, right? But this is specific. It gives the AI identity and purpose. So, and the AI seems to work really well when you give it like a role play. So it says here, you extract surprising, insightful, and interesting information from text content. You are interested in insights related to the purpose and meaning of life, human flourishing, the role of technology in the future of humanity, artificial intelligence and its effect on humans, memes, learning, reading books, continuous improvement, and similar topics. Take a step back and think step by step how to achieve the best possible results by following the steps below. Now, when you look at this, look at it, steps, very specific steps. I'm not going to read them all, but you could pause the video, and you can also go to the GitHub repository. As you can see here, it's GitHub, Daniel Missler, Fabric. Just click on that. And I say I'm really impressed with this project, and it just keeps getting better. Output instructions. This is what it does to tells the AI to do. So, and then it gets ready for the input. See, so it says only output markdown. Write the ideas into bullets as exactly 16 words. It's very, very specific on everything compared to just randomly doing a prompt yourself. This takes it to a new level. And there's a whole bunch of patterns here you can use. You can find one that you need for your job. You can also find one that you like, and then you can modify it yourself too. And you can install it on your computer. Now here's one for summarize. Looks like this is another good one. You're an expert content summarizer. So let's try this one out. Okay, we did the extract wisdom. Now all I need to do, I'm using Windows, but you can use, this works on any computer. You got Linux, Apple, whatever you need. You just have to have Go installed. So let's go with summarize. The name of the pattern is summarize. So let's go summarize. I'll switch my window so you can see what I'm doing. Summarize. Yep. It takes about a minute to do it. Sometimes it's pretty quick. There's another one too, like where there's a whole bunch. You have to just take a look at them, but there's some cool ones here. I mean, they're all cool, but here's what it came up with. Okay, so summarize. Okay, the job market of 2025 will transform with AI automating tasks and creating new roles for adaptable AI generalists. Main points, gives you a list of main points, 1 to 10. And they're all very short, like concise. That's what the word I'm looking for. Takeaways. I like this one too. Automation by AI is not limited to low-skill jobs, but will extend to professionals like law and medicine. AI is creating a new category of employment that emphasizes adaptability and generalist skills. Yeah, like the video I picked, of course, is to do with AI, but you could do this with any video. What I like about it, especially for if you want to get through like a podcast without actually listening to the whole thing, but still get the important information, the points, like this summarize prompt really works well. I find myself using this for all kinds of things. Like I'm a webmaster for a church website, for my church website. And what I do is the pastor does his sermons, they record them, they do a Facebook Live, and then this might be a tutorial for another video, but then I take Facebook Live video and download it, and then I upload it to YouTube. Once it's finished processing, I then use this tool to extract the sermon notes, which is a custom prompt that I made specifically for that. And I use it all the time. So I find myself using this particular tool, talking about fabric, almost every day that I use it for my job. And I think, depending on what your job is, it can be used for almost. I think it can help. So tools like this, like fabric, and how fabric can be. It's basically augmenting what we already have, right? So we got. One sec here. So we got the like the project here has a really good description. Output instructions, and anyways, you can find what you. Sorry, I keep pausing here, but you can really find what you need to use in this. Summarize a meeting. I've used this one before. Like I recorded a meeting, and I got some other tools I want to talk about in a different video too. There's Whisper. And what I'm going to do is just kind of want to talk about tools that can augment our abilities to work, like increase our productivity is what I'm trying to say. So it's not like, you're becoming the Borg or anything. It's more like I'm using a tool that incredibly speeds up the process. Like, I'll give you an example with that church website. I can get sermon notes done on a sermon in a few minutes. And then I can also churn that with some Linux tools, open source tools. I can turn those markdown notes into HTML, put it into WordPress or Drupal, and you can also get the AI system to even help with HTML. So you could take some text and say, turn this into HTML, and specifically for WordPress or Drupal, and voila, it's done. Now, compared to before, where you really had to do that by hand. So not only did you have to know how to do HTML, you also had to be able to do it quickly And you'd always have some sort of errors, you know, like a typo here and there you'd have to fix. And now it's like, it just, the incredible speed, like it still, but it still takes a human to do it. Yeah, a human's still necessary. So, but what this does is kind of like a soldier with a shield or a sword. It's a tool that augments the body, augments your mind, and makes you more productive. Like, even if a soldier went out and was really good in hand-to-hand combat, if he's going against another soldier that has tools like swords, shields, guns, that kind of thing, then you're stuck. You're outmatched already. So you think about the tech world or the world of writing. I think mainly, like for me, like for developing and for getting things done quicker, it helps a lot. So even if you know how to do it, this can make it faster. So, and this is not really super easy, user friendly either. So there's that. Anyways, I think that's all for today. I can hopefully the background noise didn't show up in my video. It's my granddaughter out there making noise, and she doesn't know I'm recording a video. Anyways, I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you next time.